Let's get hyped, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
welcome.
Indeed.
It's Wednesday. It's 10 a.m. And we are here. Good morning.
We are here.
Good morning, Mr. Bricks O'Brien. How are you?
It's frigid, dude. My bones are shaking, and man, it's.
Your bones are shaking.
I mean, my body hasn't adjusted to the cold, the Christmas cold, the frost front. Still living it.
We're gonna get a warm up. We're actually gonna get a warm up this week. We were in the teens the last 2 days. I was gonna say 3 days, but I think it was just the last 2 days. But we're gonna get back up into the 40s and 50s the rest of this week and into next.
Not quite Christmas weather, but it's getting there.
Hey, that's a freaking Christmas miracle to me, man. I'll take 50s. I don't need snow. I don't need snow.
And the sun is shining brightly down upon me, so it must be a beautiful Wednesday here at Z&B Live Unfiltered. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there and bracing the cold, or still being hungover from your Thanksgiving shenanigans. I didn't binge eat nearly as much as I thought I would, which I guess is good for the waistline and for my overall health. But let us know if you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I think you did, right, Zach? You look forward to good food?
I enjoyed it way too much. I gained at least 27 pounds. And
jeez, that you should go to a doctor.
There's so much food. There was so much food. I feel like I shouldn't eat for at least a month at this point.
So what's the number one Thanksgiving food, man? What do you got?
Oh my God. So we all had this person in our family, right? Our old Aunt Betty, you know what I mean?
No.
Had an old Aunt Betty. Listen, get out of here. So
I don't.
Aunt Betty. We all had an Aunt Betty type. Let me just put it this way. Aunt Betty always made these homemade noodles. And I don't mean like went out to the store and bought noodles and then made noodles. I mean like cut them, rolled them all. That's like awesome. Start to finish.
Yeah.
Well, this recipe has been passed down to my wife at this point, and my God, man, it's just noodles with loads of butter. Like that's all it is. But it's spectacular. It's so good. So we get nice and fat over that. And then of course we have to have the Hawaiian rolls. The King's Hawaiian rolls. You know, which everybody loves. They're the best thing ever. And frankly, if you don't love them, you're just wrong.
The issue is I haven't had them prepared properly. Just like any good veggie.
You don't need to prepare King's Hawaiian roll. You pull them out of the package and you shove them in your mouth.
No, delicious. Because I had been told by independent third parties, you got to put them in the oven for 15 minutes. You got to put a little bit of this. We're getting beside the point here, okay? The point is, it's a good holiday. I didn't have any Hawaiian rolls, and I don't feel like I missed out. But what I did do was my sorry took us up at 4:30 in the morning to get myself a 5,000 piece box of plastic. And do I regret it? But I did it nonetheless, and I'm sure lots of other people didn't do that because I was one of two people actually in line to go get my Avengers Tower on Black Friday, which is, I don't want to say surprising, but I felt like kind of a Goomba in a cake because of it. So I got my Dunkin' in the morning. I went in with a positive attitude. I got it. I got all my gifted purchases, and I walked right out and took a nap, and then that's it. So that was the entire. It was no more eventful than that, unfortunately. So
I got mine at midnight and went to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Z&B Live Unfiltered, and let's get into this whole Black Friday conversation. My God, Black Friday. Very few people, like other than Mr. Bricks O'Brien and one other crazy gentleman, got up and actually walked into a store on Black Friday. Now, I have to ask you this. Hold on. Yeah. You are all about the rush, the experience of going out on the Black Friday and fighting the traffic and forearm shivering the 12-year-old kid next to you so you can get the particular Lego set or toy or TV or electronic or whatever. But that didn't happen That didn't happen this year.
No.
Is it disappointing? Are you starting to rethink your Black Friday schedule now going forward?
Well, normally on any given Black Friday, there isn't anything I really am seeking out, especially in the Lego front, because it has been Lego Star Wars for the past several years, which, you know, I'm not getting, let alone getting up at 4 a.m. to go yet. And then everything else has kind of been on a needed basis. But, you know, I buy my video games when I have to for covering them. I'm not really buying movies really much anymore. So there's not as many like, you know, one-off items I'm buying for Black Friday that warrant me getting up for a sale. And so I more so look forward to Black Friday being that recovery Thanksgiving day to hang out with friends or family. And, you know, we go out shopping for the sake of shopping, not for the sake of getting anything in particular. But a lot of my friends were actually not around. So that part of Black Friday was not the same for me. And it showed. And it's not making me rethink my strategy. But if there is something I want to go get at like 4:30 in the morning in like an Avengers Tower frame of mind, yeah, I'm going to go and get it just for the sake of getting up and being able to do it. Maybe I'll wait until like 6 a.m. to get up instead of 4:30, or I actually woke up at 3. Actually, I couldn't fall asleep at like I was awake at 3.
He was so excited. He couldn't
I was
sleep.
so excited. I was so excited. And then, you know, I'm like, well, I might as well go. And then I was one of 2 people in line, made light conversation and got my tower and walked away. No stiff arming kids today.
It's such a shame. It literally takes all the fun, I think, all the fun out of it. Now, listen, Black Friday, according to Adobe Analytics, was up 7.5% from last year. Sales were up across the board 7.5%. $9.8 billion was spent on Black Friday, and up to 12
online,
and up to 12.5 billion by the time Cyber Monday rolled around. The paradigm has shifted. We don't need Cyber Monday. We don't need, you know, whatever. And it's incorporating sales, Black Friday sales that started the week of Thanksgiving. So this wasn't just people shopping on one specific day. This was retailers letting their sales, air quotes, out all week long and not labeling them Black Friday until Friday. But the sales numbers never changed.
It's all month long. It's not just the week. And people were, it's like people were massaged in early November for this idea of everything being on sale. And then people are impatient. They want their stuff yesterday. And so they're going to buy the thing. And then, oh, do I want this 3 weeks early, or do I wait another 3 weeks and save $5 extra on certain things? And then they just buy it right away. So
that's the days of the doorbusters are gone. There's no reason. My point of all this is there's no reason for you to lose your beauty sleep, because we all know you need it. There's no reason for you to lose that beauty sleep and get up on Black Friday to go get whatever. There's nothing happening anymore. Those days are gone. Those days are done. We're not going to see them anymore.
I agree. And what I would love to see that shift to is the official Friendsgiving Day, where, you know, it's been known that the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the largest party night of the year, because, oh, I haven't seen you since high school. Let's go out to the club. And then they all go out, and then they're all like on Thanksgiving.
How was that
so
again?
Why don't we have Wednesday, we have Thursday, and then we have Friday as like this celebration of being with people we care about, instead of using Black Friday as a way to just buy a bunch of stuff we don't really want, because we can do that on the Monday before instead.
This is true. This is true.
Thank you. I think I need a booster seat. I'm like,
I was looking at us going, what did we shrink? What happened?
No,
it's all the turkey. It's all the turkey weighing us down, Brian. That's what's happening here.
Yes, it's all the salt hitting my cheeks, making me a little puffy.
I'm slowly watching. This is the video guy in me right now. I'm slowly watching this giant light source just creep its way up your chest. Like by the end of this show, he's going to be Casper. Like it's going to be nothing but a couple eyeballs sticking out of this giant.
But being blinded by the light, man. Listen, I embody the light. This is a 2024 energy right here.
Now we talked about the Avengers Tower. It that was the big purchase Lego wise that everybody was excited about. And frankly, I saw a lot of people. Is he bringing it over? What's happening here? He's
I get it right here.
Huh? Just wandering through the thing. There were
Listen, Zach, we're only on episode 5. We don't need to be that professional yet, okay? I don't do the thumbnails on time as it is right now. We're talking about this.
We're not talking about that yet. We're not talking about that yet. Put that down. Put that down. We'll get to that in just a second. The set itself, myself, I think you, a lot of people in chat, and a lot of people around the web in the Lego world, it looks so nice already, thought that this was a set you did have to get up at 4 a.m. to go get. This was a set you had to be online at midnight buying. And guess what? It's still available today. You can
in the U.S.
but
not necessarily internationally, where the Aussies were reporting, "Oh, it's out of stock already." So that was a
really
accent.
good. No, that was really good. So what the heck happened? What happened? Did Lego overproduce the number of sets? Did they finally decide, what we're going to do? We're actually going to make more sets than what we feel like we're going to need. Which this just goes back to my point always is, why the heck do we not have pre-sales always opened when a set is released of this size, of this caliber? Just do the pre-orders, then we would know. Lego would know what the inventory needed to be. This is stupid. You have the ability to do so. Do it. For every large release, do pre-sales.
I think with a set like the Avengers Tower, there is no overproduction of it for the first run of production, because it will sell. There are enough Marvel fans and Lego fans that want that now to carry through for the holidays, to take up stock in a warehouse. That's a different conversation. But I think all of them are going to go. I don't think it devalues the idea of the set, it being not sold out on day one. It's just a $500 Lego set in a U.S. economy that is not conducive to big purchases like that, and especially when Lego fans are already buying so much as it is. I'll also say that by comparison of Europe, the U.S. had really good sales on a lot of other stuff that was out for quite some time. So the Lionites Castle was like 25% off. That to me is fairly unheard of. Why they would discount that at all? Like the double, triple, quadruple points on stuff. So there were other reasons for people to buy other Lego things, because they know, hey, this is going to be around for 3 years, like the Daily Bugle. I don't need to buy this immediately. But the Pac-Man machine, maybe that's on my want list. I always wanted the Lionite Castle, 25% off. It's never going to get any better than this, especially when you got the workshop and all that other stuff to go with it. So I think that might have had a bigger part to do with it than we give it credit for. And I've seen how, angry the Europeans were that they didn't have any good sales, which is maybe why it sold out on their end.
Interesting take. Now you bring up this idea of gift with purchases and what they were offering this year especially, and this is a way for Lego could be a way for them to entice people to go ahead and drop that coin right away, as opposed to waiting down the road. It could also just be a way of Lego saying, we appreciate your business, which honestly could very well be the case, and the current gift with purchase for the Avengers Tower, which is this taxi thing with two Outriders and Black Panther, and we both have one. Yeah. We both have one. is what it is. It's nothing that's going to knock your socks off. There's nothing exclusive about, I think, anything going on in here. There's a taxi driver as well, but it was met with a lot of salty thoughts. Matter of fact, it was one of the only negative things that I heard a lot of people talk about the overall Avengers Tower was the silly gift with purchase that came with the Avengers Tower. Not the set itself, but the free, let me remind you guys, free toy that they gave you with the set that they did not have to do. There are plenty of large sets that Lego will put out over the year where they don't have to, they don't give you anything. So why are we complaining, Mr. Bricks O'Brien, about a free toy that they gave you?
I'll tell you why.
Please.
Because we're going to get to it in a second here with the extra gift with purchases for December. And not to jump the gun on that, but when you see the level of polish, the level of care, and how much it plays into like the Christmas season, the holiday season, and things like the Winter Lodge that came out back in September, October. It is such a high compliment to stuff that already exists and is of an objectively higher quality. Even just looking at the box itself, it is in its own packaging. This packaging you see here with the yellow and this bit in the front, like this is the instructions in that front portion right there.
Right.
This box is used for basically anything Lego doesn't want to make like an official, like it's an official set, but this is like a template box or stuff under a certain size that they don't want to put, resources into, whatever. So this is why they reuse that for like the red brick that's been available at multiple times, turquoise brick, all sorts of stuff throughout the years. So from the presentation to what it is in of itself, especially when it comes to Marvel, especially when it comes to the characters that are from the Marvel universe, and you're spending $500 on one particular thing, it seems like Lego has gone to more effort to do less when they could have had a really good opportunity to do something really, 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 really cool to really get people involved on that day one purchase for the Daily Bugle. I'm sorry, for the Avengers Tower. And this just doesn't move the needle because we have all these different versions of Black Panther and Outriders aplenty throughout all the sets that have ever come out. The taxi looks more like a sports car than a taxi. So I would have really appreciated something more fitting and complementary to the Avengers Tower instead of this in of itself. And I understand the frustration from that point. And this, to me, I don't want this. This is not an appealing set. Like I don't have any desire to build this. I can be convinced to give this away on a Lego stream or whatever. But the allure with this is that this is a sealed Lego Marvel gift with purchase that a collector is going to want down the line. They want to have one of everything that is the set number itself. And this is something that in concept is valuable, but the contents of which do not move the needle at all.
I go back to, though, they didn't have to. They didn't have to give us anything.
Yeah, but
but
they did.
Here's the deal, though. The people that were going to go out and get that set on day one are going to go out and get that set on day one, regardless if you get this or anything. It doesn't matter. They're going to go out and buy that set. You could have completely taken this away, and I'm still getting that set day one because I was waiting on it. Is a average consumer that is, that is just an average Marvel fan going to go out that they're already thinking about that set and even care about this? Here's the thing. The average Marvel fan that maybe isn't collecting Lego, a la the people that went out and bought Rivendell the first time that aren't normal Lego collectors, they didn't buy Shuri's lab and get this Black Panther. So they're getting a set that didn't include a Black Panther. They don't have a Black Panther. Now Lego's providing them a Black Panther figure to go with it because maybe they didn't do it. The same thing applies to the Rivendell set when they added in the Frodo and Gollum brickheads. The person that bought Rivendell that doesn't normally buy Lego, they didn't go out and buy those. So now they're just getting an extra toy as a thank you to people and maybe enticing new fans coming into Lego. Hey, look, we have cool stuff. We don't just have this. Come play with us. Come enjoy this. I feel harsh criticizing free. And yes, it is free because they will do larger sets at that price point without giving us anything. So you're paying for the set. You're not paying for the gift with purchase. They didn't raise the price of the set to incorporate the gift with purchase. They just decided to hand you a gift with purchase.
Well, I mean, that's getting into like the financials of how the company operates. Is there a certain budget pertaining to just gift with purchases, or is that part of like the overall marketing play? Like that's kind of beside the point. But what about an example like the Gringotts Bank, where you have the full structure, and then the gift of purchase for that opening weekend is the extra vault you can add on at the very end? That is a
but they're 100%
compliment.
They're making up over the lack of the printed piece instead of a sticker.
Yeah, so you know what this gift with purchase is doing is making up for the fact that you have characters missing, or you have characters like Wong in there who is never in Avengers Tower. So like, then we can make up reasons all day long why this is existing.
I as you said it, I can put myself in somebody's shoes that looks at it and says, I'm spending that much. I deserve this.
No, that attitude
that's
is
what
not
you're saying.
valid.
That's what people are doing. They're saying, I spent that much money. I deserve something exclusive.
I think if you're going to go ahead and make something exclusive and really drive people to show up day one, it needs to be of a consistent level to what you're getting across the board. Like, to me, Gringotts having that extra vault at the end and its own Harry Potter packaging or whatever, that to me is the standard for an intellectual property based Lego set of $500 or more. Not something that's packaged like this with characters that aren't even just from a packaging standpoint. This does not feel like a complimentary $500 Lego set.
They also provided, because it was already added in, 2 other gift with purchases that hit that threshold because of the price that you were spending on that. So you were already going to get 2 gift with purchase, 2 GWPs. So you walked away with that Avengers Tower with not 1 GWP, but 3.
And you know what? I personally don't care about these other 2 either, so I'd rather
That's fine. But that's your own. That's your own personal preference, and I understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can start to put myself in other people's shoes about what they think that they needed or didn't need or whatever. Let me ask you. I don't, because I don't know this. What was the gift with purchase with the Titanic?
There's 1,000 jokes that come to mind, but nothing.
I'm just saying, and that was a really good set. I just feel like that Lego has provided, is it laziness? Maybe, but is it also like them also looking at their company? Are they looking at their bottom line going, do we really need to spend the money on an exclusive set for this when the same people that were going to buy it are going to buy it anyway, regardless if we gave them anything or not? And to me, this was just them going, look, we've got some stuff. We'll throw some extra stuff in for you. If you're going to go out and spend the money, here you go. Have fun. You're welcome.
I'm
Merry
curious
Christmas.
to see what they do for 2024, if there's going to be anything that subconsciously ties in with the tower or something to complement it. Like somebody was saying a little bit earlier, what if there were a reality where you got another Leviathan in a set that was this big to complement the tower? Or what if that was its own Lego set for $40-50? You could have this brick-built Leviathan and extra Chitauri to really build out your Battle of New York with Loki and the I was going to say the sleigh, the chariot, all of that. Like, that would have been very cool too. So Lego has a habit of doing that. There's a rumor of another Spider-Man Far From Home set coming out. No Way Home set coming out that features Lizard and Sandman Electro to complement the $100 one that came out this past year. So there could totally be something like that. Squeeze an extra 20, 30, $40 out of you. And I'm a sucker. So That's fine. Do it up.
Now Lego is bringing along some fun gift with purchases starting in December, and you could take advantage of things like the train coming out in December and whatever. You could still get your museum if you've waited and whatnot, and probably hit these thresholds for these two particular gift purchase set, which holiday themed. I love them. I think this carriage is just freaking spectacular. I cannot wait to throw this into my Christmas Lego village. Like, I'm so excited, and I'm a sucker for Lego ornaments. I have Lego ornaments on my tree in my background, and I love them. I love Lego ornaments.
Can I tell you why I'm irate and disturbed and off kilter?
No, you can't. Matter of fact, we're going to move on. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Please let me know your anger.
I'm very mad that I didn't spend $500 on the tower. I got it for $31 after VIP points, but I spent $500 on the Avengers Tower to get this. Then I have to spend another $100 to get that carriage. That's how amazing that carriage is and how much it complements the Winter Village lineup. And I am so,
just to remind you, you did get a Christmas set and a house with a wizard with that Avengers Tower.
I don't care.
And
I care about the carriage.
There's a lot of people that like Magisto's.
Yeah, and you know what? You can show up on my Twitch channel to win it for free.
There you go.
So I want that carriage, and I'm gonna have to get another $100. Pull $100 out of thin air and buy something. Even though maybe you know what? Maybe instead of doing that, gamble my points away on your channel, I can just go buy the camera, the Disney camera. Ooh.
Uh-oh. That is something you could do, actually. But there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of good sets. There are a lot of good sets, that are still available. That are the new sets that are coming out and whatnot. That'll hit this particular threshold. They're Lego. Listen, again, Lego's smart. They're smart. There's a reason why they are who they are. They ran a ton of promotions to get you out there to spend money to earn extra points before any of the Black Friday stuff came out, and then they hit you with more sales and deals on Black Friday. And now, just to keep the ball rolling into the Christmas season, they're going to hit you with an amazing gift with purchase that is going to entice people and force people to go out and spend the money to get this set. They nailed it.
What I love about this, so this one's also, I have a personal issue with this thing as well. So I've been collecting all of the Winter Village stuff for years and years and years and years. I have everything. That's how much I've loved it since 2009 when I was a lot younger too, right? So there's always one set that was a gift with purchase that had gotten past me. And so that one it's basically this one here is a remaster of that particular one, set number 40603. And I can toss it in our little thing here for people to see. But it is basically this set, except like way better. And it's literally a brown horse with the gentleman. And I actually ended up getting it, fun fact, while I was visiting a Lego corporate. They have a corporate store, and even though this came out in 2009, 2010, they had like a box of them sitting in the corporate store for like $10 each. I bought 4 of them. I'm like, redemption. Just give it to me. So I'll put it in the live chat there for people if you're watching us live on YouTube, and then we have it up here. So it doesn't come with the bench in the little snowy area, but this is a nice way to do a remaster without it being too obvious. And they added the really beautiful gold wheels to it. And then when you're getting this along with the baubles, it's just awesome. It's just a really, really adorable set. And yeah, a great addition.
I've been holding off on buying the Alpine Lodge.
Why?
And
Why would you? Why have you not collected
because
or strived?
Well,
It's such an amazing series.
I've been collecting all of the holiday stuff as Lego has done it. I've just been kind of waiting for sales and things as like Christmas time kind of tapers off, right? This to me is fate showing up and saying, you did well, you held off, and now I'm going to spend that money on the Alpine Lodge and I think the Nutcracker as well, and that should get me to the threshold I will need for these sets. And it's all a big holiday package and perfectly timed, and like I said, that's fate stepping in. So there's still sets available for people out there that if they want to take advantage of things to get, and good sets available that if people want to take advantage that maybe they've been holding off on for a reason to do so. This is fate stepping in, guys, saying you did well, you held off, and now this is your reward. And just having a money threshold attached to it, not necessarily a particular category threshold attached to it, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And I wouldn't hold back on this one, everybody. If you're a Christmas person, a holiday person, you want to add this to your lineup, this is really cool. And yeah, don't be like me and miss out on the first iteration of this. Like, it's just a very, everybody needs a horse-drawn sleigh. It's literally in how many Christmas songs. It's like, trotting all through Central Park and all that, right? Yeah. So it is the epitome of Christmas. So if you were waiting, get it. It's going to be a cool one. Very, very cool.
Yep. And like you said, don't be like Brian. Now,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen,
just don't in general.
You could in fact do something a little interesting here on December 1st. You could purchase the Orient Express train that Lego
the train itself. It's a couple $1,000,000. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's just dig deep. We need you to dig deep, chat. Dig deep. $300. What's the gift with purchase? Exclusive gift with purchase with the train set, Brian?
0.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's Lego saying, you don't need a gift with purchase with this. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're going to release 2 extra gift with purchases that have absolutely nothing to do with the train that you can then use those funds and hit the threshold. Boom, gift with purchases added to it. So here you go. The train. We have some footage running from the designer video that Lego put out. Shows you some detail stuff on the train here. I'm not a train guy, Mr. Bricks O'Brien. I'm not touching this set. I think it's pretty, and I think the detail they added to it is very similar to what they were doing with the Concorde, which I absolutely love. I have one big train that I have not yet put together, and that's the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition.
You have that?
I have that sitting in the back. It's not put together.
Jeez.
And I wouldn't even know where the heck to put something like this. So I love it. I would love to own it someday. I can't justify spending the money because I don't know when I'm going to be able to build it, and I don't know where it's going to go. Will I regret missing out on this train someday? Probably. But right now, I have to make the choice.
We feel identically on this. I love the idea of a, Orient Express in of itself does not tickle me a particular way. But when I see a dark blue and gold train that fits on regular Lego train tracks, I see, wow, this is beautiful, and I want it for sure. Mm-hmm. But again, it's coming out December 1st. It'll be around for many, many years. This will be permanently on the list, but never quite gotten around to. And, I would probably put it, if I were still doing a Lego City and all that stuff, I would find a way to motorize it, make it movable. And this to me is like a Christmas train without it being, the holiday train that came out a couple years ago. Yeah. And, this is the closest you're probably going to get for a while to like a Polar Express. I know the Polar Express is black and whatever, but this you could put some snow on the top, a couple of holly and berries, all around it to really spruce it up, make it really Christmassy. So this really resonates from that front. But like, I do like the Hogwarts Express, even though it doesn't fit with the system and it doesn't move.
It's just
I like that a lot too.
It's
so
just pretty.
And you can get it on sale for $350 right now. Amazon Lightning deal that's been happening for 7 days. Yeah. So, it's It's a beaut for sure. I want to see it built. I want to see that dark blue built, man. It's very cool.
Do you think, depending on how well this train does, which I'm expecting it to do very well, we haven't seen like a train like this in a while, so I'm expecting it to do very well. But do you think, depending on how well this does that open the door for a Polar Express next Christmas?
Polar Express that's an intellectual. Well, I don't know who. I think it might just be the publisher who owns the rights to like the book and the whatnot. They do have I don't know who makes it, but there is an actual Polar Express, train, whether it's Lionel or whoever has it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's possible. There's no reality in which they make a Polar Express that doesn't move. It has to move. It has to go around the Christmas tree. It has to release December 1st.
Correct.
It contractual obligation. Now, do they base it on like the movie and the extra characters in there? Do they include Santa? Do they have the hitchhiker on top? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like that, and I would rank that higher in my mind for a train that I want. If I'm buying a Lego train, the Polar Express would rank a little higher just because of that, affinity for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see it. Is it a reality? I don't know where I don't know if they're going to come out with more than one. I don't know. I don't think one train a year is an expectation we should have or look forward to.
Sure. It's fair. That's fair. Again, I'm not a train guy. I'm not going to collect Lego train.
Yeah.
If they released a Polar Express, it would be very hard for me not to get it for the reasons you just listed. Like I want that going around my Christmas tree and motorized and everything. Or an Express I can pass on. I don't have any direct connection to it or anything like that. But I feel like there's a market there if this one does well. Maybe it's not 2024, maybe it's 2025, but it is a December 1st release. It is a Christmas set that they release.
And not only that, there's this fandom for like trains and obviously like having the miniature train setups. And I have a buddy of mine that goes to like the train shows, and a lot of that crowd is very older who, when they unfortunately pass away, the family sells off the collection to their peers, not necessarily the next generation. So I don't want to say like the train hobby is dying, but it is definitely not sustaining what it could be. And Lego obviously is, because it's, plastic toys for kids and then whatever. So I think there's some of that market that could come into Lego with trains. And if they release one a year, it could definitely work. But, we had the, not the crocodile, what was it called? The brown one that came out a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
There was that one. There's this, and then the Lego City trains don't really stack up in a way. So they could do Polar Express. They could do literally whatever. Emerald Knight is another really popular train that they've made previously. So there's room for this part of the hobby to grow, but $300 is going to be tough to swallow every year if you're a Lego train fan. So you have a Lego train, a modular, a Marvel modular at this point. Every year there's a car that comes out every year. So a lot of annualized releases within the Lego catalog already. So just another one to potentially add.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
I'm saying from like a fan perspective, if you have these different interests and you want to flesh out your city, you're looking at 2 modulars and one of these a year. Like that's, you're getting up there already.
Yeah, it'll still be available for a few years after that, and if you wanted to get something, like that was Christmas based, that's different, right? But they need to be good about letting us know ahead of time that, hey, this is going to be happening, so you can make the decision. They won't do that, but they should, let you know ahead of time, so you can say, yeah, I can't get these 2 generic modulars because I want to get this Christmas themed thing for Christmas, kind of deal, right? I'm not seeing advertising with this train that they are using the power up feature or anything like that. Is it?
Nope.
So it's not based off of that. Like you're going to have to modify it yourself in order to get it motorized.
Yeah. And like they heard the feedback from the Hogwarts Express that they wanted something that fit the train system, but apparently it's too heavy in order to actually move and make something viable. But I know Racing Brick and I'm sure others will be in the process of modifying their Orient Express to actually be movable. So it's possible. Does it fit within like the Lego brand guidelines and standards of operation? Maybe not, because it doesn't fit, whatever, but it's possible.
Is that a misstep though, for them not to, for them to put
absolutely.
Yeah. They're making a train that fits on the train track system, but they're not going to give you a motorized option with it.
Yep, exactly. I agree.
I just don't. That doesn't makes no sense to me. I don't understand. I don't understand this idea here. Like why they're missing the boat on that. How do they like? Do you have any insight of how they make these decisions that they just decide we're not going to incorporate, a system? Or is it the same, in this particular case, is it the same thing they're saying with Hogwarts Express, where we've just packed in too much detail, it's just too heavy?
I think it comes all down to price. Maybe they felt $300 was more approachable for something like this, because maybe the Orient Express is something for non-Lego fans to get into, and maybe $350, $400 is a bit too much when you're looking at something like this with the piece count. And the original submission for this only had, I think, one of the cars. Mm-hmm. So maybe instead of having one car with motorization, they opted for two to add value in a different way. And they could have done a situation like with the holiday train that came out years ago at this point, where all it really is you plug in the battery box, boom, 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 you're good. And they have the instructions either online or in the actual, booklet itself. So every conversation I've heard from designers or heard through the grapevine, it just comes down to price, the value, and making the best call there. And they felt this was the better call for the set.
Well, it's okay for them to be wrong from time to time. Apparently they were wrong about the gift of purchase with the Avengers Tower. I mean, no comment, ladies and gentlemen. No comment from him. I bet we will get some comments on this next story, though. Ladies and gentlemen, for you fork knife players out there, somebody's excited. My God. My God. We do have some good old Lego FORTNITE crossover news for everybody. It's coming. It's happening, and it's happening this weekend, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I mean, obviously FORTNITE Battle Royale, one of the most popular games in the past 5 years, especially through the lockdown, is a game where you're dropping down on an island, destroying your enemies, and rinse and repeat over and over again. They have all sorts of different experiences in the game, from concerts to TV shows, movies premiering. So it's basically a virtual experience instead of it just being a game. So you take your avatar, you go into an island, you watch a thing, you do a thing, right? So one of the things they're definitely doing this weekend, let me just all say it's projected, but there's leaks on the FORTNITE side and whatever, that they recently released a Eminem skin that he'll be doing a concert within the game in of itself. And then there's the rumor of a Lego FORTNITE mode within FORTNITE itself. And so that's predicated by this llama image you see over here. That is going to be a polybag, a set in this yellow box sort of a deal at some point. We don't know when. But basically, it's going to be an entirely new game mode that is being added to FORTNITE, where you'll be able to go in and utilize Legoized versions of some of the most iconic characters from the original FORTNITE creations, and have a different game mode to enjoy that way. If you had told me what are the top Lego themes that haven't happened yet that are practical, FORTNITE is number one. It is the biggest game in the world, one of the biggest games in the world. It plays really nicely with the building system. You're making ramps and destroying stuff and battling against each other. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of original characters that are perfect for minifigure series, whether you're a collector or a fan of the game. And Epic has had this a little bit of a relationship with Lego to collaborate on stuff. So all of this makes way too much sense. And now it's finally happening. One of my moderators last night was like, you think they're going to come out with Lego sets January 1st for this because we're, close to the end of the year? Absolutely not. Lego is absolutely just no. Lego they never release anything on time. So That's not going to happen. Maybe
Animal
March
Crossing.
1st.
Sorry,
Literally.
something got caught in my throat there. Let me get some.
Yeah, and then you're talking the Captain Marvel. Basically, any movie set ever releases several months before it needs to. So that's not going to happen January 1st, but maybe March 1st. We're going to have Lego Fortnite sets. I would absolutely look forward to. Not that I know anything, but this is probably going to happen. A minifigure series of original Fortnite characters, Ultimate Collector series, or smaller battle bus and iconic locations from the game, and a feature where you're having, you're buying a set, redeeming a code on the Epic Game Store to get a exclusive Lego hairpiece or a skin or something. This has the makings to be the best video game collaboration that Lego has ever had, even bigger than Mario. And I'm saying that as a diehard Mario fan. And they will sell I don't have my sound effect here, but I'd use one of the sound effects, a sound effect load of minifigures.
I can try to time this. Are you ready?
They are going to sell a ton of minifigures sets and redemption codes and game modes and content and all sorts of things. So I would prepare yourselves for the onslaught of Declan's, Donald's, Tabitha's, and Tammy's being in your Lego store as you're trying to feel out those boxed minifigs, getting their grubby little hands on that battle bus and bringing it right home for themselves.
Is Fortnite or the Epic, are they extremely irritated that Lego is not coming with the thunder on cross promotion here on time? Because obviously this game mode's going to be gone by the time Lego ever releases anything for it. And why the hell did Lego not, like, they've been pushing Animal Crossing for 2 months now, and that's not even coming out till March. Why, who dropped the ball here?
Lego did that also with Bowser a long time ago. They announced Bowser in March, and it was brought to market in October.
Right.
It's just, for some reason, the video game stuff, there's just a disconnect there. Lego is producing physical toys, which always is a slog, shipping stuff, production timelines, and blah 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 blah. And so you're having to combat that against a development cycle of a video game. So it would always be tough to figure that out. And you're totally right. This game mode will be long dead and gone. People will forget about it by the time it's done. The only way that it could stay relevant is by Lego potentially making a Lego game through Epic and having a something that runs in Unreal, something like that. We'll see, and it could be a permanent game mode sort of a deal. We don't really know for sure, and so we're gonna have to see the extent of it when it actually happens. But look, for all of you that are Lego fans and not Fortnite fans, they have very unique torsos, legs, arms, headpieces. Like, basically think of Lego video, but not a pile of sound effect there. So that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. And I would look forward to it. I will absolutely be building a Lego battle bus and all the minifigures. Not all the minifigures, but
and that's speculation. Like, we don't know. We're assuming.
Oh, but if they're coming out with Lego Fortnite sets, they're gonna release a battle bus. That is the thing from that game. That is the thing. Yes, it'll happen.
So I go back to my original question though. Is Epic irritated that they're not getting the cross promotion on the Lego side? Epic's going to push out their game and whatever, right? But I mean, so they don't care.
They're going to make their money. And the thing is, the game mode's going to last long enough anyways. And if they have an ongoing partnership, meaning the game mode might be more permanent than we think it is, then it's not going to matter. It's going to be, hey, this is going to release in March. We'll have a new soft relaunch of a game mode or something. We'll add in more characters. We'll zhuzh it up when the Lego sets come out, when people redeem their codes from the sets and stuff. So I'm not really thinking they're bothered by it too much.
I'm not looking forward to this as a very casual Fortnite player. do not want the idea of pushing more building thing. I cannot build in that game, Brian. I play the no build mode with my boys because if inevitably I'm going to get built into a box. I'm not going to be able to figure out how to get out of it, and it's just catastrophe. So the idea of Lego being inserted into Fortnite to me doesn't appeal, because I feel like some of the best elements of it are going to be the building and crafting and things like that I just don't care. But I'm also a schlub when it comes to that game. So, I know that there's going to be people like you and others that are just going to be all about it. I worry that Lego is dropping the ball massively, because I feel like you're going to have the players out there that gets this update this weekend, starts playing it, starts loving it, and says, "Mom, I want to go to the Lego store because I want to get my Fortnite sets."
Well, that's when they announce the entire line of products, and that's when they open pre-orders. That's where you get the pre-order like a video game. I think that's where that comes in full force. So I would anticipate that.
But it's happening in Saturday?
Allegedly Saturday, yes.
Because that's when the reset is, right? The countdown that we've all been seeing on the game is
sure, yeah,
is whatever, right? So, but they don't. I mean, that doesn't bother you that they're gonna have a weekend full of kids just jumping into potential Lego content and then not being able to go to the store and walk away with the sets like that.
I think you're building a little FOMO. You're getting a little bit under people's skin, making them want it. And then I think if I were in the marketing department of Lego, which I'm certainly not, you have we'd have a lot more done by this point. I mean, ideally, but Saturday they release, this Lego game mode. They show off common parts and pieces for characters. So, Plain Jane, brown and blonde hair pieces, stuff that you can customize your Lego character or whatever. And then as the time goes on, it's like, dude, I love this. You should come out with a skin. And then they unveil that ahead of March. So I think it's going to be more of a drip feed than I think we're thinking right now for something like this. They've only announced this thing here. So maybe that's going to be available as a gift of purchase January 1st for whatever thing. Look forward to more Fortnite coming soon.
Gotcha. Well, folks, we've gotten through this particular Thanksgiving holiday, and now we're moving into the Christmas season, full blast. And I know myself, I've got some fun things planned for Christmas. But Mr. Bricks O'Brien, I'm going to turn it over to you real quick as we wind down this episode. What do you have planned for your community, both here in the YouTube space, but especially over in the Twitch space that you and I both operate in?
Yeah, so there's a lot more gaming videos coming out for Super Mario RPG, Spider-Man 2, all sorts of stuff coming down the line. It's really a matter of life hitting full force and trying to balance everything and have the energy for it all. More with Twitch, I've been building the Avengers Tower, which you've seen some progress. I am 16 bags in, so I am kind of sort of halfway, not really. And I've been really enjoying doing that live with everybody. I've seen a lot of support with people in the chat, hanging out, lurking, engaging, just making me feel less lonely.
It's about dang time, frankly.
Yeah.
This is long overdue, sir.
I think it is. And, the vibes have definitely felt good. There's been a lot of good memories that have been made, even just from like last night. The conversations are great. I continue to always find what works and what doesn't for me and make the best of it there. So as long as people are keeping on showing up from my corner of the internet, from the Lego community, wherever, I'll be incentivized to do more Lego building on stream. I have the intention of finishing the Avengers Tower on camera. I don't know if that's going to happen. So that's what I have planned for the next couple weeks. There's also a collaboration I'll be having with Pick Stitch over on Twitch for Starlight Children's Foundation happening on December 8th. I'll be having a crowd control Super Mario 64 live stream benefiting Starlight Children's Foundation the day after, December 9th. Then I'm also going to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital the week after to participate in a charity event with Mr. Brick and Nick, Dr. Lupo, and an incredible amount of other creators benefiting the cause. Over 2 days, 24 hours of building Lego, playing Minecraft, and shenanigans afloat. So, and there's all that and more.
Why
happening
won't
right at the end
you
of the
be
year.
finishing the Avengers Tower on camera?
Because I don't know if the time that I have will allow me to do so, given the circumstances of the world around me.
Just pick up the pace, baby. Start building Lego faster than 2 hours in. What? What?
What do you have going on, Zach? What can the people look forward to?
I've got some things cooking. I'm going to announce more information about this tomorrow on the live stream over there on Twitch. But I am going to be starting in December the 12 days of giveaways, and so 12 days throughout the course of the month, 12 live streams throughout the course of the month on Twitch. We'll be doing Lego giveaways live at the end of the stream, and celebrating all the amazing support and whatnot that we've gotten over the last couple months. There's going to be some extra goals and whatnot associated with some larger giveaways as we go through that will be kind of fall underneath that banner. But there's going to be, like I said, I'm going to have more information about that tomorrow on that particular live stream. But I really wanted to take the opportunity this Christmas, this holiday season, to give back as much as I possibly could to the community and things, and for being around, for being there. Now there is a overall goal going on right now in the community that is trying to send my booty to a haunted castle in New Hampshire. And I think if we hit that goal, Mr. Bricks O'Brien will actually stay with me in this haunted castle. At least this is what he tells me when he's not live on the internet in front of you people. So don't believe a word he says. If he says differently on the internet, don't believe. You can't believe everything you hear on the internet in that case. But he has confirmed to me that he will be staying at that haunted. He's going to pick me up at the airport. He's going to drive me to the haunted castle. And that's it. And then come inside and then not leave until after.
That's not what's happening.
Yes, we will be doing a live 24-hour live stream from the castle. Maybe even an episode of Z&B Live in the castle while we're there, surrounded by ghosts and goblins and crazy loud noises and things, and see if we can even remotely get through the Lego news and notes, while all of this stuff is happening. I am a baby. I am a big baby when it comes to scary sounds and jump scares and things. I'm going to be wearing diapers. It's just going to be, it's going to be just awful. But I'm going to be so happy to have my partner in crime here, Mr. Bricks O'Brien, with me during that. If we hit this goal, we're still a ways away.
How am I? That's your channel. That is your corner of the internet. That's not
what?
Why would you sign me on?
Oh, you agreed to this.
I didn't.
I'm sure we have video of it somewhere. I don't know where it is. We'd have to talk to our producer about finding the video footage of.
You're our producer.
Oh, well, I'll manifest some kind of video or something like that. I'm sure I can come up with something.
It's going to be an AI deepfake of me. and it's just the TTS of like the Emma voice from like Twitch. It's like the default, yes, I have agreed that it's like a choppy. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm picking you up at the airport. We're getting dinner and I'm dropping you off. So that's the extent.
He's staying.
What's happening here?
He is staying. He is staying. He is staying for this. I guarantee it. I will guarantee it. I will guarantee it right now.
You've been pressuring me to do this. My friends have pressured me to go to my 10th high school reunion. Listen, life is full of a lot of things I don't want to do, and I do enough of them every single day as it is. For example, I get out of bed. I don't want to do that, but I do it anyways, and I'm not going to be pushed further on my endeavors in life. Let me build my Legos and in solitude and play my Mario Kart with Meow Meow.
Mark it down, Chad. He's going to be there.
This not happening.
Oh my God. So that's basically what's happening. That's what's happening in December.
Hold on, Kaz in the chat is saying, "Fix, you got nothing to do with this, Kaz. What are you talking about? This is."
I think we can manifest this. I think this is something that's gonna. I'll
give you 1 hour, Brian. I'll give you 1 hour, Brian. Give me 1 hour.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You wait and see. But that's what I'm super excited about going on over on Twitch, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to give back to all you guys for everything that you've done for me and for each other over there on that platform. And we love doing this show over here on YouTube, but Twitch is our home. Twitch is my home. And I love being over there, and we need to do what we can to embrace others over on Twitch, like Mr. Bricks O'Brien here, who is switching up the format a little bit, bringing more Lego in to his content. What is happening after the Avengers Tower? What is the next build on the docket after Avengers Tower? Don't us. Don't. You keep your spittle to yourself, sir, and you tell us you have a stack of Lego that you could build. What is the next thing? What is the next build? We're going to get him to commit right now, chat.
Dude, you have a knack for doing this. You're really good at peer pressuring people. Must have been a menace in high school. It could be anything from Lego Sonic to I'll do the Winter Lodge probably off camera or very close to Christmas.
You cannot. You're not allowed to anymore. You're now a Lego content creator on Twitch. You do not build off stream, sir.
I don't want the Razor Crest. I'm not getting the Razor Crest. I have the Jazz Club.
Ooh.
I have that's a spicy one. Yeah. So we'll see where the winds.
What about the museum? You got the museum coming or no?
I don't have the museum. I want it really badly, but I don't have the museum yet. So at some point.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. We'll do a goal for the museum over on his Twitch channel.
No,
and once you hit that goal for the museum, not only will he build the museum, but he will be at the haunted castle with me if we hit our goal. I like where this is headed. I like where all this is going. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Folks, we came in under time today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the YouTubes. Mr. Bricks O'Brien, where can the lovely folks find you around the internet?
You can find me by my name, Bricks O'Brien or Brian Saviano, on every social media platform under the sun. You can watch what I do on YouTube, Roku, Kidoodle TV, Twitch, and beyond. I'm uploading new things all the time, day in and day out, for the enjoyment of all the people that appreciate games, Minecraft, Lego, and maybe Lego Fortnite. We will have to wait and see.
There you go. And you can find me around the internet on things like TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, here on YouTube for that matter, if you're not already here, at Zach M. Rutledge. We make it easy for everybody. Just find us. Find our names. Come join us. Come hang out. You're going to have yourself a good time. Mr. Bricks O'Brien, thank you so much for being here today on this Wednesday. I cannot wait to hang out again with you next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 10 a.m. Eastern. Wednesdays here on YouTube for Z&B Live Unfiltered. Until then, everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye.